In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Tonight, an aerial mystery that's been described as unnerving is growing. The FBI now investigating multiple reports of unidentified drones flying over New Jersey, some as large as a small car. And today, a large drone seen here, also described as the size of a small vehicle, flying over a California event where Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was in attendance.
In recent months, mysterious drones have been spotted over American cities, buzzing silently through the night skies. Official explanations remain elusive. Meanwhile, the U.S. government has begun disclosing information on unidentified aerial phenomena, better known as UAPs. Is this just a coincidence, or part of something far more sinister? What is Project Bluebeam? Who's behind it? And how did it come to light? Let's try and find out.
Hello, I'm Mike Droberg, a Marine Corps veteran and filmmaker, and we will try to answer these questions on today's episode of Forgotten History.
Project Bluebeam is a claim that a shadowy global elite enterprise plans to simulate an alien invasion or divine event using advanced holographic technology. First proposed by journalist Serge Monast in the 1990s, the theory suggests a staged event designed to establish a new world order. But is there any credibility to Monast's theory?
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founder.
But who are these shadowy elites? Theorists often point to secretive organizations like the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, or even elements within world governments and powerful corporations believed to control global affairs from behind the scenes. But is Serge Monast credible? Monast is a Canadian investigative journalist from Quebec. He gained notoriety in conspiracy circles after publishing works detailing alleged government secret projects. He wrote extensively about government mind control programs and covert military operations. His claims about Project Bluebeam were outlined in books and lectures, making him a central figure in modern conspiracy lore. Monast's sudden death in 1996, under mysterious circumstances, has only fueled speculation about the veracity of his claims. Serge Monast died of a heart attack in December of 1996 at the age of 51. His sudden death occurred shortly after he claimed he was being persecuted by government agencies for exposing Project Bluebeam. His friends and associates often speculate that his death was suspicious, with some suggesting he was assassinated using secretive methods like psychotronic weapons or that he was poisoned. Substances like potassium chloride or digitalis can disrupt the heart's rhythm, leading to cardiac arrest. Additionally, drugs such as beta blockers or stimulants in high doses can mimic a heart attack. Forensic toxicology tests are typically required to detect these substances during an autopsy. Whether a toxicology tests were conducted on Monast's corpse or not is unknown. Needless to say, Monast's passing has become part of the lore surrounding his theories, adding an air to mystery to his legacy. According to Monast, there are 4 steps to the conduct of Project Bluebeam. Number 1. Discrediting religion. According to the theory, step 1 involves the creation of artificial earthquakes to unearth ancient discoveries that discredit major world religions. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey in the 1990s uncovered an ancient site that dates back to around 9600 BCE, predating Stonehenge by thousands of years. Its advanced architecture suggests that complex societies may have existed before our known understanding of human history, further reshaping our understanding of human development, possibly even religion. Is this one of the many sites recently uncovered to confound and confuse the understanding of our ancestors? Step 2. A global holographic light show. Step 2. Massive light shows in the sky projecting religious figures or alien ships worldwide. The goal? To manipulate beliefs on a global scale. In December of 2024, several large-scale holographic light shows took place globally, captivating audience with their innovative displays. One notable event was the Liquid Light Showcase at the Darwin waterfront in Australia, which featured an impressive array of lasers, fountains, flames, and lights. Are those involved practicing their craft for widespread use of what's to come? Step 3. Telepathic communication. The next theory claims that advanced technology will broadcast messages directly into people's minds, convincing them that they are hearing divine commands. Before you think this is a bunch of bunk, several secretive government programs have explored telepathic communication and related phenomena, such as Project Stargate. Ran by the CIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, and Army Intelligence, this Cold War-era program focused on psychic phenomena, including remote viewing. The program lasted from 1978 to 1995. Claims of telepathic military communication and intelligence gathering through extrasensory perception were said to be successful. The details of Project Stargate were declassified in the 1990s, though researchers persist that advanced research continues secretly. Another project was MK-Ultra. Conducted by the CIA in the 1950s to the 1970s, MK-Ultra explored mind control, behavioral manipulation, and possibly telepathy using hallucinogens like LSD. The program involved unethical experiments, and its full extent remains unclear due to destroyed records. During the Cold War, the USSR reportedly conducted its own psychic research. Their focus areas were telepathic communication, psychokinesis, and mind control. Soviet scientists believed that psychic abilities could provide a military edge, and they weren't alone. China is believed to have continued its extrasensory perception and telepathic communication experiments well into the 21st century, possibly including applications in their military training. However, due to China's secrecy, not much is known about their experiments. The fourth and final stage of Project Bluebeam is the conduct of a simulated apocalypse. A staged apocalypse will create chaos, paving the way for a one-world government, promising salvation. The COVID-19 pandemic was often viewed as a real-life example where governments, media, and scientific communities influenced public perceptions and responses in ways that felt like society was in a controlled, simulated crisis. During the pandemic, the rapid spread of misinformation and the manipulation of public fear created a sense of living through an apocalypse. Mass lockdowns, supply chain disruptions, and societal uncertainty led many to believe they were witnessing the collapse of civilization. The use of digital contact tracing, quarantine enforcement through apps, and mass surveillance heightened the sense of living in a controlled environment. This mirrors aspects of the simulated apocalypse, where everything feels monitored or orchestrated by a higher authority. COVID-19 caused widespread psychological effects, such as anxiety, depression, and survivalist mindsets. This can be woven into the idea of society being controlled, orchestrated crisis with emotions manipulated to influence behavior. Another example of a simulated apocalypse could be that of the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, or HAARP, which has long been the subject of theories, with some claiming it's capable of weather modification or even triggering natural disasters. While HAARP's primary goal is scientific research, focused on understanding the Earth's ionosphere, its powerful radio waves have led to speculation about its use for geoengineering or manipulating weather patterns. See our video on HAARP. And finally, the recent government release of UAP information has sparked significant speculation, with some theories suggesting it to be part of a broader, covert operation linked to Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam posits that the government or powerful entities could stage a fake alien invasion. The growing openness of UAP disclosures, particularly by the US government, fuels this theory, as it aligns with the narrative of preparing the public for extraordinary events. While mainstream explanations frame UAPs as unidentified objects for further investigation, the frequency and dramatic nature of these releases lead some to believe they may be part of a larger psychological operation aimed at shaping public perception or preparing for a staged event. So as we stand at the crossroads of science, technology, and global control, the shadows of Project Bluebeam loom ever closer. What if the apocalyptic events we fear are not just the result of natural disasters or pandemics, but carefully orchestrated stages in a larger plan? One that manipulates our perception of reality, reshapes our very existence, and plunges us into a world where nothing is as it seems. Are we living through a controlled apocalypse, designed to prepare us for a new, manipulated reality? As the pieces fall into place, one thing is certain. The true question is no longer if the world will change, but how, and at whose hands. Let us know your thoughts on Project Bluebeam in the comments below.
Thank you for watching Forgotten History. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments or show ideas, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks again.